Dear children, it is third multiple choice questions based model question paper given by Office of the Deputy Director of Public Instruction, Chamarajanagar district. Now let us solve this question paper. The first question. The 10th term of an arithmetic progression 2, 7, 12 so on is. 10th term of an arithmetic progression 2, 7, 12 so on is. To get the 10th term, a and d are required. So what is a here? That is the first term. And what is d? 7 minus 2, 5. So a 10 equals a plus 9d. That is a is 2. 2 plus 9 into d is 7 minus 5. 7 minus 2, 5. So you will get 2 plus 9 5s are 45. 45 plus 2, 47. Then what is the answer? Option B is the answer. Note down the answer, option B. Next you take the question number 2. The common difference of arithmetic progression 3, 6, 9, 12 so on is. 3, 6, 9, 12 so on is. The common difference is the difference between the consecutive terms. So directly you can take a2 minus a1, that is 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. So what is the answer here? Option A is the answer. Note down the answer, option A. Next you take the question number 3. The sum of first 10 natural number is. The sum of first 10 natural number is, again this question is repeated. You know 10 into 10 plus 1 by 5. It is discussed already in the previous question papers. So 10 into 10 plus 1 by 5, that is 10 into, then it is n into n plus 1 by 2. So 10 into 10 plus 1, 11 by 2, you will get 2 ones are 2 5s are, which is equals to 55. 11 5s are 55. So option C is the answer. Option C is the answer. Note down the answer, option C. Next you take the question number 4. The next two terms of the following arithmetic progression 4 minus 1 minus 6 so on is. 4 minus 1 minus 6 so on is. Okay, here you take, this is A and T we have to find out, T2 minus T1. So D equals minus 1 minus 4, which is equals to minus 5. Minus 5. Then to get the next term, add minus 5 to the previous term. If you add minus 5 to minus 6, you will get minus 11. Again by adding minus 5 to minus 11, you will get minus 16. So which are the next two terms? Minus 11 and minus 16. So option D is the answer. Option D is the answer. Note down the answer, option D. Then you take the question number 5. The first term of a arithmetic progression is A and its nth term is L. Then the sum of n terms of AP is. Here the first term A, last term L and the nth number of terms n. Here the first term A and the number of terms n and L are given, A, N, L. The formula to find the sum of first n terms of AP is, that is Sn equals n by 2 into A plus L. If you know the answer, you can directly identify the answer. Children, try to learn all the formulae. So what is the answer for this? That is option B. Note down the answer is option B. Next you take the question number 6. In the given figure, ST parallel to QR, then PS by SQ equals. It is also repeated question. We solved this question in the previous question papers. So here what is given? PS by SQ. Directly you can write PT by TR. PT by TR. So what is the answer here? Option A is the answer, Pt by Tr. So note down the answer, option A. Then you take the question number 7. If the ratio of corresponding sides of two similar triangles is 4:9, then the ratio of their areas is, it is also, this type of questions also repeated many times. Here the ratio of the corresponding sides are given and the ratio of their areas becomes the square of the corresponding sides. 4 square is 16, 9 square is 81. So what is the answer here? Option D is the answer. Note down option D. 16 is to 81. Then you take the question number 8. In the following figure, angle B equals 90 degree. Then the correct relation with respect to it is. Here it is the Pythagoras theorem. First you know it is equals to AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. AC square equals. Here all are not correct. So you take here AC square equals AB square plus BC square. So option A is the answer. What is the answer? Option A. Note down the answer. Option A. Here these are not the answer because they are equals to here BC square and AB square. So it must be AC square equals AB square plus BC square. Then you take the question number 9. In a right angle triangle, hypotenuse and one of its sides are 13 cm and 12 cm respectively, then the length of another side of it is. Length of another side of it is. Here what are given? Hypotenuse and one of its sides, 13 and 12, and the length of the other side. Children, if you know the Pythagorean triplets, directly you can identify the answer. Then what is the answer here? Here you know that the Pythagorean triplets having 13 and 12, the third number must be 5 because 12 square is 144, 5 square is 25, you will get 169, which is a square of 13. So which is the answer here? Option D is the answer. Note down the answer, option D. If you know the Pythagorean triplets, directly you can identify the answer. Next you take the question number 10. In triangle ABC, AB by AC equals BD by CD, angle B equals 70 degree and angle C equals 50 degree, then angle BAD equals. Here what is given? What is given here? Angle B equals 70 degree. Angle C equals 50 degree. Then by using the angle sum property of a triangle, this whole angle is equals to what? Angle BAC is equals to 180 minus 70 plus 50, you will get, it is 70 plus 50 is 120. So 180 minus 120 is 60 degree. Then here it is given that AB by AC. AB by AC. Now let us have the extra construction here. Extend this AC to AE. Here extend this A to E such that this AE must be equals to AB. AE must be equals to AB. And if you consider the triangle EBC, here you got that AB by AC equals, or you can take AC by AB equals, here you take AC by AB equals CD by BD. CD by BD. Then in the place of AB, you take AE because here these two are equal. Then here you will get AC by AE equals CD by BD according to converse of the Thales theorem. you can say that this AD is parallel to EB. If you consider triangle EBC, then here you got that this is 60 degree, because this is 70, this is 50, you got this is 60 degree, and this angle is equals to 120 degree. Here there is a linear pair, therefore 180 minus 60 is 120 degree. And if you consider, here we have to find out angle BAD. Angle BAD, consider this is angle X. So as this is X means this angle EBA is also X, because these two are alternate angles made by the transversal AB of this line parallel to this line. So they are equal. And what is the measurement of X here? You know that it is an isosceles triangle. These two are equal means isosceles triangle. So angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So this is also X. Then what is the measurement of X here? X equals 180 minus 120 by 2, that is 60 by 2, which is equals to 30 degree. Here this is 30, this is 30, this is also 30. So what is the measurement of the angle BAD? Angle BAD is 30 degree. So you note down the answer. Angle BAD is 30 degree. Then take the next question. Question number 11. The ratio of pair of linear equation in two variables is a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2. Then the lines are, you know that in this case, as a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, they are the intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. Option C is the answer. Now you take the 12th question. The number of solutions for the pair of linear equations x plus 2y equals 3 and 5x plus 10y equals 1 have. To find the solution, here you take a1 by a2. a1 by a2 is 1 by 5 and b1 by b2. b1 by b2 is 2 by 5, 2 by 10, which is also equals to 1 by 5, and c1 by c2. c1 by c2 you will get 3 by 1. Here you got these two are same. a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2, which is not equals to c1 by c2. Not equals to c1 by c2. This is not equals to, here b1 by b2 is equals to a1 by a2. So in this case, as a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 and not equals to c1 by c2, here you can conclude that the pair of linear equations have no solution. No solution. So what is the answer here? Option D, no solutions. Note down the answer. Option D, no solution. You got a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2, which is not equals to c1 by c2. Therefore, you can choose the answer option D, no solution. Now you take question number 13. If pair of linear equations 3x plus 2ky equals 2 and 2x plus 5y equals minus 1 are parallel, then the value of k. If they are parallel means they have no solutions. Again you can have a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2, which is not equals to c1 by c2. So here take a1 by a2 is 3 by 2 equals b1 by 2 2k by 5. Then here you do the cross multiplication. 15 5 3s are 15 by 4 equals k. You will get here 5 3s are 15 by 2 2s are 4. Then what is the answer? K equals 15 by 4. That is option C. Option C, 15 by 4. Option C is the answer. Note down option C, 15 by 4. K equals 15 by 4. Then you take the 14th question. The condition for the pair of linear equations in two variables to be inconsistent is. Again here you can have the same condition. Inconsistent means they are parallel lines, no solution. So option C here you can have the answer option C. a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2, which is not equals to c1 by c2. Note down the answer. Now you take question number 15. A straight line which intersects a circle at two distinct points is called. straight line which intersect the circle at two distinct points. It is already discussed. A straight line which intersect the circle at two distinct points. Here if AB is a straight line, it intersects the circle at two intersect point, and this is called, this is called secant of a circle. Option B is the answer. Then you take the question number 16. The maximum number of tangents can be drawn from an external point to a circle is. Maximum number of tangents can be drawn from an external point to a circle. It is option D. What is the answer here? Option D. Only two tangents can be drawn to a circle from an external point. This question also repeated question. We discussed it many times. Then you take the question number 17. In the figure, angle ADO equals 35 degree. Then the measurement of angle BOD is. Measurement of the angle BOD. Here, which is asked, angle BOD. Here you know that the tangents are equal and equally inclined to the line joining the center and the external point. So these two angles are equal and these two angles are equal. So these two angles are equal means what is the measurement of this angle? That is also 35 degree. This is 35 degree, and you know that this is the angle between the tangent and the radius at the point of contact. Then what is the measurement of the angle BOD? What is the measurement of the angle BOD? Here you know that 180 minus sum of these two, or the sum of these two must be 90 degree. 90 minus 35. 90 minus 35, that is how much? 55 degree. What is the answer? Answer is option A. You got the answer here, 55 degree. Option A is the answer. Then you take the question number 38. In a circle, the tangent and the radius drawn at the point of contact will make. Tangent and the radius at the point of contact. Just now we discussed angle between the tangent and the radius of contact is 90 degree. So if you consider this is the tangent, this is the radius, and tangent and the radius drawn at the point of contact will make how much degree angle? 90 degree angle. Here that is tangent and the radius at the point of contact, the angle between them must be equals to 90 degree. So a right angle. What is the answer here? Option C, a right angle. Next you take the question number 19. On the x-axis, point of coordinates is in the form. On x-axis, point of coordinates in the form, you know that here y is 0. The point on the x-axis, the value of y will be 0. So here what is the answer? The point will be in the form of, coordinates will be in the form of x0. There is a value for x, but y coordinate is 0. So it is in the form of x0. So you note down the answer, x0. And the point on the y-axis is in the form of 0y. Point on the y-axis in the form of 0y. Point on the x-axis is in the form of x0. Now you take the question number 20. The distance between the coordinates P of PQ from its origin is. So here in the place of xy, PQ are there. So distance between the point P of xy from the origin is whole root x square plus y square. So here it becomes whole root P square plus Q square. So what is the answer? Option B is the answer. Option B is the answer. Then you take the question number 21. The distance between the vertices of the point 4, 5 and 3, 7 is. Distance between the vertices of the point 4, 5 and 3, 7 is. Here find the, use the distance formula. These are x1, y1. These are x2, y2. You know the distance formula. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. x2 minus x1 is 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. Minus 1 square is 1. Plus y2 minus y1 whole square. 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 square is 4. Then you will get root 5. Root 5. Children, you must know the distance formula and also you must do the calculation quickly. So it is the answer here. Option D is the answer. Option D is the answer. Note down the answer. Option D. Next, you take the question number 22. The coordinates of the midpoint xy of the line segment joining the points 5, 3 and minus 3, 1y. Here, coordinates of the midpoint xy of the line joining the points 5, 3 and minus 3, 1. Consider these are x1, y1, x2, y2. Now midpoint formula x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2, x1, 5 plus minus 3 is 5 minus 3, 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 by 2. Then 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 by 2. So you will get 2 by 2, 1 and 4 by 2 is 2. 1, 2. What is the answer? Answer is 1, 2. Option D. Note down the answer. Option D. You must know the midpoint formula. Then you take the next question. What is the question? If the angle between the two tangents of a circle is 60 degree, then the angle between the radii. Here angle between the tangent is given. The angle between the radii becomes 180 minus the angle between the tangent. 180 minus 60 is 120 degree. So what is the answer? Option D. If the angle between the tangents are given, angle between the radii is equals to 180 minus that angle. So you got 120 degree. Option D is the answer. Next you take the question number 24. Cot A equals 12 by 5, then tan A equals. You know that cot A and tan A are reciprocal of each other. If cot A is given, then tan A is the reciprocal of it, that is 5 by 12. So then what is the answer? Option B is the answer. Note down the answer. You must know that cot A and tan A are reciprocal of each other. Then you take the next question. If sin theta equals cos theta, then theta equals. If sin theta equals cos theta, then theta equals. And this question may be solved in many ways. By trial and method, by taking these values, or otherwise, here you take sin theta equals cos theta, then you will get sin theta by cos theta equals 1. So you get tan theta equals 1. Then tan how much is 1? You know that tan 45 degree is 1. Then theta equals what? Theta equals 45 degree. Theta equals 45 degree. Then what is the answer? Option C. Option C is the answer. Note down the answer. Option C. Next you take the question number 26. The value of cos square theta minus cot square theta is. Cos square theta minus cot square theta. You know that 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosec square theta. If you transfer this cot square theta to the RHS, it becomes 1 equals cos square theta minus cosec square theta minus cot square theta. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta. So what is the answer? Here you can write 1. Option B is the answer. Here you got cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. You must know the identity. 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosec square theta. Then you can identify the answer. So option B. Option B is the answer. Next you take the question number 27. Sin theta equals 3 by 5. Then the value of cos square theta. Then the value of cos square theta. Now you take sin square theta here. Sin square theta is equals to 3 by 5 whole square, that is 9 by 25. 9 by 25. Then you know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So cos square theta is equals to what? 1 minus sin square theta. 1 minus sin square theta. So that becomes 1 minus 9 by 25. 9 by 25. Then you take the LCM. What is the LCM? LCM is 25. 1 means here 1 by 1. So 1 into 25. 1 into 25 is 25. 25 minus 25 into 1, 9 into 1, 9. 25 minus 9 is 16 by 25. So you got the answer option. What is the answer? Then what is the answer? Option D, 16 by 25. Then you take the next question. Question number 28. The angle of elevation at a distance 100 meter from the foot of the building is 60 degree. Then the height of the tower is. Let us have the rough sketch here. Here what is given? Angle of elevation at a distance of 100 meter. Consider here AB is a building. C is the point with which the tower is viewed. So it is angle of elevation is 60 degree. The angle of elevation at a distance 100 meter. This is 100. From the foot of the building is 60 degree. Then the height of the tower. So here you know that this AB is opposite to this angle C. So you take opposite side by adjacent side, which is equals to tan theta. That is tan 60 degrees equals to opposite side, which is the opposite side here, AB by BC. BC is 100. Opposite side by adjacent side. Then tan 60 degree. Tan 60 degree is root 3. So root 3 equals AB by 100. Then you will get 100 root 3 equals AB. 100 root 3 equals AB. So AB is the height of the tower. You got that height of the tower is equals to how much? 100 root 3. So which is the answer here? Option A is the answer. Note down the answer. Option A. Then you take the next question. Question number 29. One of the roots of the quadratic equation x square minus 7x plus k equals 0 is 3. Then the value of k is. Here one of the root is 3 means x equals 3 you got. Then put the value of x here. That becomes 3 square minus 7 into 3 plus k equals 0. That becomes 9 minus 21 plus k equals 0. Then 9 minus 21 you will get, that is minus 12 plus k equals 0. So k equals what? 12. Then what is the answer? Option B is the answer. So note down option B. Here one of the root is given, that is 3. That is nothing but the value of the x. If you substitute the value of x and solve for k. Next question number 30. The discriminant of the quadratic equation is 25. Then its nature of the roots is. Here you know that 25 is greater than 0. So the discriminant b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. If the value of the discriminant is greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. Roots are real and distinct. So what is the answer? Option A is the answer. Note down the answer. Option A. Then you take the question number 31. The nature of the roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 are real and distinct if and only if its discriminant delta equals. Real and distinct. Real and distinct means delta is equals b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. B square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Just now we have discussed here. So option B is the answer. If delta is nothing but the b square minus 4ac. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, The roots are real and distinct. Next you take the question number 32. The product of two consecutive positive integers is 30. This can be expressed as product of two consecutive positive integers. So two consecutive positive integers means you take x and x plus 1. Their product is 30. Their product is 30. So which is the answer here? X into x plus 1 equals 30. Question number 32. Its answer is option D. Note down the answer, option D. Then you take the question number 33. The mean value of the following data 3, 5, 0, 7, 8, 9 is. Mean value means sum of all the scores divided by number of scores. Here you get the sum of the scores. 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 7, 18, 18 plus 8, 26, 26 plus 9, 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 scores are there. Actually it must be divided by 6, but here one value is completely 0. So you can leave this. So you divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it becomes 7. So which is the answer here? Option B. 7 is the answer. Next you take the question number 34. The empirical relationship between the three measures of central tendency is. The relation you know, 3 median equals 2 mean plus mode. That is option B. 3 median equals mode plus 2 mean. Mode plus 2 mean. Option B is the answer. Then you take the question number 35. The midpoint of the class interval 65 to 80. 65 to 80. So midpoint means sum of upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2, that is 65 plus 80. 145 divided by 2, you will get 2 sevens are 14. 2 sevens are 14 and 2 twos are 4. So we will get 72.5. So what is the answer here? Option A. Question number 35, option A is the answer. Then you take the question number 36. 36. The curved surface area of a cone having slant height 10 cm and radius of base 14 cm is. Slant height 10 cm and radius of base 14 cm. Here L equals 10 and rad R equals 14. CSA of cone, you know, CSA equals 5 into R into L, that is 5 is 22 by 7, R is 14 and 10, 2 ones are 2 twos are 22 twos are 44, 440 you will get. So what is the answer? Option D. Note down the answer, option D. Next you take 37. A sphere of 6 cm diameter is melted and recast into a cone of 12 cm diameter. Then the height of the newly formed cone is. Height of the newly formed cone. Here sphere is given. It is melted to form cone of 12 cm diameter. So the volume of the sphere is equals to volume of the newly formed cone. So what is the volume of the sphere? You know, that is 4 by 3 phi r cube, that is equals to volume of the cone is 1 by 3 phi r square h. So here what is asked? We have to find the height. So the radius are different, so you take r1 and r2. 5 cancels, 3 cancels and r1 is there. Diameter means radius is 3. So write 4 into 3 into 3 into 3 equals R2, that is diameter of the cone is 12. 12 means 6. 6 into 6 into H. Then you can have 3 ones are 3 twos are 3 ones are 3 twos are 2 twos are 4 and 4 cancels. So what you got here? H equals 3. H equals 3 centimeter. Option C is the answer. H equals 3 centimeter. Note down the answer. Then you take the next question. Question number 38. The formula used to find the volume of the frustum of cone whose height is h and the radii are r1 and r2 is. It is a direct question. You must know the formula. What is that formula? 1 by 3 phi h into r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. You must know the formula. Here you select. Where is that formula? Here is there. C option. C 1 by 3 phi h into r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. So which is the answer? Option C is the answer. Option C is the answer. Note on it. Then you take the next question. A solid is in the shape of a cone standing on a hemisphere with both their radii being equal to 1 centimeter and the height of the cone is equal to its radius. Find the volume of the solid in terms of pi. In terms of pi. Here what is there? Solid is in the shape of cone standing on a hemisphere. So let us have the rough sketch here. Cone is standing on a hemisphere with both their radii being equal 1 centimeter. Here r equals 1 centimeter. Height of the cone is also equals to 1 centimeter. That is h equals 1 centimeter. Find the volume of the solid in terms of pi, and you know the formula. Here you write the formula for the volume of the solid formed. So volume of the hemisphere is 2 by 3 phi r cube plus 1 by 3 phi r square h. That is the volume of the cone. Then you take 2 by 3 phi, r means 1, 1 cube, 1 you will get. 1 by 3 phi, again here r square means 1, h means 1. So what is remaining here? 2 by 3 phi plus 1 by 3 phi, LCM is 3. 2 plus 1 you will get 3 by 3 which is equals to 1, and unit you can have 1 cm cube. That is 1 means here pi is there, 5 cm cube. 15 cm cube. So here 5 cm cube is the answer. Note down the answer, 5 cm cube. 5 cm cube in terms of pi they asked. So as here r equals 1 and h also is equals to 1, you will get finally 1 cm cube, but pi is there, 1 pi cm cube. Next, now the last question, question number 40. If the volume of a right circular cylinder is 360 cm cube units, then the volume of a cone with the same height and base as the cylinder is. Here volume of the right circular cylinder is given, that is 360 cm cube. Volume of the cone with the same height and the base is, you know the relation between the volume of the right circular cylinder and the cone with same base and same height. That is volume of the cone is 1 by 3 part of the volume of the cylinder. So you divide it by 3. 360 divided by 3, you will get 3 ones are and 3 20s are, 120 cm cube you will get. What is the answer? Option B. Option B is the answer. Note down the answer. Option B. 120 cm cube.